Happy Earth Day, conservation voters. This is your policy fellow, Daisy Andrews. Today, I'm excited to connect with you and my coworkers to celebrate what we love most, our Earth. We'll be getting outside, and I hope you get the opportunity to get some fresh air too. Please use the chat to tell us what your favorite outdoor activities are, or what your favorite place to visit is. FCV staff love to get active outside. It's a great way to unwind and reconnect with our mission, to engage people in our democracy and elect lawmakers to protect our environment and healthy communities for everyone. We advocate for land, water, democracy, and climate action. Without further ado, let's see what our team is up to. First, let's go to the coast with Operations Manager Laura Ciociola.
Hello everyone, I'm Laura with Florida Conservation Voters. I'm here at St. George Island, my very favorite beach in Florida, enjoying the beautiful weather and the beautiful waves.
Great, thanks Laura. I haven't visited St. Mark's Island yet, but I've heard some great things about this park. Our coastal ecosystems support many native Florida plant and wildlife species. Next, let's visit a freshwater ecosystem with Government Relations Director Lindsay Cross.
Hi friends, this is Lindsay Cross with Florida Conservation Voters, wishing you a happy Earth Day. I'm here along the Suwannee River in White Springs, Florida with my dog Cooper, and we are on the Florida Trail. We have a weekend of backpacking planned, but the weather may derail us from that, but we've got all of our stuff on our back just in case the thunderstorms pass us. But we're gonna make sure that we're safe first of all, and I wanted to just give you a little view of where we are in this beautiful section of the Florida Trail. Starting from Stephen Foster Folk Center, you can get onto the trail down by the canoe launch, and within minutes you're along the beautiful Suwannee River. Let's see if we can get another good view of it. It's a gorgeous blackwater river that goes for miles and miles. You can put a canoe or a kayak in and paddle. There's also places along the Suwannee where you can actually stay in some little huts or some little cabins. So on the Suwannee River paddling trail. So that's a great way to explore this river, especially when it starts to get a little bit warmer, and you can jump in and cool off in this refreshing Blackwater River. So we're gonna keep walking along, try and get in at least a good 10 miles today, see if the weather cooperates for us. We'll either backpack or we'll head back home. So find some places to explore. The Florida National Scenic Trail is one of the systems of trails throughout our nation. I think it's around 1,000 miles, so really impressive. There's still sections that need to be completed, so we need more money for conservation and for our greenways and trails programs. As always, we need to keep this beautiful wild Florida wild for future generations. Happy Earth Day.
It looks like a really fun day by the river. Thanks, Lindsay. Getting outside doesn't have to be a big trip, but it can be as simple as taking a walk around the block. Next, we're going to Kissimmee to see Chispa, Florida Program Director Maria Revelles.
I am Maria Revelles, and I am the Chispa Program Director. And this is my outdoors appreciation video. I have always been city person. I live in San Juan, I live in Madrid, I live in New York. So here I am in Florida, living the more outdoorsy life ever. To me, this is paradise, where I have my huge magnolia tree in the front. I have my bushes that you see right here. This is paradise. We should be able to protect our water, our soil, and we should also be able to make the case for urban settings and Black and brown communities to have more access to green resources like this, so we all love and protect the environment and love our Madre Tierra.
Thanks, Maria. Florida is paradise. Please use the chat to tell us what your favorite outdoor activities are, or what your favorite place to visit is. Before we move on, I want to check the chat to learn about your favorite places and things to do. Oh, unfortunately, I didn't get any chats. One of my favorite places in Florida is the Apalachicola National Forest. It's so majestic. There's so many biodiverse plants and species. It's truly like a jungle in our state. It's an incredible place to visit. If you've never been there, I totally think you should head up to the Panhandle and check out that amazing forest. I hope everyone is getting outside on this amazing Earth Day. While COVID-19 has confined many of us to our homes, we have found inspiration in our own backyards and neighborhoods. Next, we'll travel to Florida Conservation Voters' home base in Tallahassee, Florida. Let's see what Executive Director Aliki Moncrief is up to.
Earth Day is a short tour of our garden in our backyard. We were really lucky last year during the pandemic to have a little bit of time to convert a very large area in our backyard to a garden, and so I'm going to share that with you today.
So before we get to the vegetable garden, I wanted to share this little spot of sunflowers that we have growing. Last year I dug this area up and cleared it out for a flower patch, and I've put some seeds in here this year, but most of these sunflowers are falling from the bird feeders, and so these little guys are pretty messy. I'm kind of thrilled that they don't seem to be too bothered by me standing here. And as you can see, all these flowers that are growing underneath these feeders are sunflowers. Just moving aside so the birds can have their breakfast without me bothering them. This part of the yard is my most recent project. I mowed the grass all the way down, almost to the point of killing it, covered it in paper, like a cardboardy kind of paper, and pine straw, and my goal is for this to be ready by next fall so we can plant some more native grasses and wildflowers and basically get rid of a large chunk of our St. Augustine grass infested backyard. Wanted to share this beautiful little flower with you. This is a pineapple guava, and we've been trying, as we plant new plants, and this is a hedge plant, we're looking for species and varieties that are something that we can eat or that wildlife can eat. And so this pineapple guava, they're super pretty, and apparently we're going to get small little fruits that both we and birds can enjoy, probably squirrels too. So it's taking me forever to get to the vegetable garden because there are other things I want to share with you. You can see more sunflowers in the background, but throughout the yard, which we really don't mow much, you can see these little purple flowers. I think these are called rattlesnake tails or something along those lines. The roots look like rattlesnake tails, and I think were once used by indigenous peoples in this area to grind them up and make flour and food. A lot of times I think folks look at these types of flowers as weeds and there's something to be eliminated, but what I've noticed, aside from the fact that they're pretty, is that pollinators really love them. So we're kind of letting them go and do their thing. So finally, here's our vegetable garden, and we're growing all kinds of cool vegetables, mostly plain vegetables that won't shock anybody. Everybody's pretty familiar with, actually. We've got this potato patch. These are cool because we just cut up potatoes, put them in the ground, and they have taken off like wildfire. It's pretty amazing. These two patches we're saving for the most part so we can have another round of the plants later in the season, trying not to take up all the space right at the start, trying to curb our excitement. We've got cucumbers growing kind of here on the edges. You can see this little guy is still a little bit behind the others. We've also planted quite a number, oh, there's my shadow, quite a number of carrots.
We had these in the fall, and you can see the rows here. Enjoyed orange carrots, red carrots, yellow carrots. It was kind of a smorgasbord of a lot of heirloom carrots. We were eating carrots pretty much every day, which I was excited about. And we realized we could plant them again for the summer garden, and so we've done so. We've got some varieties of zucchini and other squashes, which are so recognizable because of their pretty flowers. We've got some peppers. The kale is from our winter garden. We're kind of just letting it go, see what it's gonna do. We've got eggplant, a couple of different varieties, and these beautiful purple leaves and these green leaves, these are cabbages that again are from our fall garden. They're taking a little while to produce cabbage, so we decided not to rip them out and just kind of let them keep doing their thing. You can kind of see a little cabbage head forming there. We've got one definitely there, so we're excited for this. We actually did, this is the leftover of one cabbage head that we've already harvested. Of course, wouldn't be a Florida garden without tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. I think we've got maybe 16 tomato plants, so I think we've got quite a few different varieties, some cherries, some Romas. I'm personally partial more to red tomatoes than the yellow variety, but I think we have like one yellow variety. We've got more squash in here. I don't know why the squash, little baby squash, and little baby plants in general just make me joyfully, irrationally joyful. That's the word I'm looking for. So let's see, what else do we have? We actually grew some Brussels sprouts this fall, which was sort of an adventure. We had never done that, and we didn't realize that the sprouts actually grow at the bottom. So we were waiting for the sprouts to pop up from the front. You can see this one's being eaten alive by some kind of caterpillar, but we expected the shoot to kind of come out from the top. Turns out the sprouts all grow at the bottom, and you've got to pull these leaves away in order to make room for them to grow. So next year, you know, live and learn, we'll do it differently. I'm gonna go back around here to where we've got herbs, or herbs if you are from the UK, thyme, oregano, basil, of course. We've got lots of mint in containers, of course, because that will go crazy in the garden. We've got some orange tree action here, satsumas that we're looking forward to. I think there's like one little bloom left. So we're expecting lots of oranges this year. And then this beauty is a lime tree, which last year gave us, I don't know, 50 limes, and it looks like this year we're gonna get even more. So super excited for that. Also super excited for the birds, enjoying the bird bath over there. Again, another thing that brings me irrational joy is watching birds bathe in a bath. I don't know why. Guys, I gotta show you my blueberries because I'm so excited for them. A very close friend gave me 2 blueberry bushes for my birthday this year, put them in the ground. They are already starting to pop with blueberries, and these are 2 varieties that are that I believe are native to this area. One is called Aliki blue, and the other is, I think, Tifton blue, maybe named after Tifton, Georgia, so not necessarily Florida, but close by. Thanks for joining my mini garden tour for this virtual Earth Day. Hope you have an opportunity to spend some time outside with friends and family sometime soon.
That was amazing, Aliki. I can't wait to see your wildflower meadow flourish in the next year. We hear a lot about Aliki's garden, and it's great to see it experience it here together virtually. Those Brussels sprouts looked so delicious. So I wanted to find out what you guys are doing for your Earth Day and how you're celebrating. Right now, we're down to the wire with legislative session. There's important bills being heard right now. You can help us take action from the comfort of your home. Visit our Action Center to contact your lawmakers on behalf of Florida's land, water, climate, and democracy. Please visit fcvoters.org/take action. So during this last year, our backyards and neighborhoods have become our solace and our pets a rock to lean on. Next up, let's visit Development Manager Brittany Bernstein and her dog Zeke.
Hi, I'm Brittany, Development Manager for Florida Conservation Voters, and I'm coming to you from one of my all-time favorite places, my backyard. Zeke and I love to take time every day just to come out here for at least 15 minutes and just relax. Whether we're making memories with friends or family, or it's just the two of us being silly and taking selfies, this is one of our favorite places to make memories.
Thanks, Brittany. Like she said, even 15 minutes can make a difference in your mental and physical health. Lastly, we'll take a visit to Communications Manager Carson Mitchell's favorite local park, a mere 2 minutes walk from our Tallahassee office.
Hey conservation voters, this is Carson Mitchell, your communications manager. Today I'm at one of my favorite places in Tallahassee, our chain of parks. So we have a wonderful downtown park system that has several blocks of just green space that you can walk. So I love to come out here in the middle of the day, just a regular old work day, and take a little walk. Sniff some flowers, see some bees, listen for birds. Just a really great way to connect with nature even when I am at the office and even though I'm in an urban space. So this is my favorite link of the chain of parks. This is the eastmost link, and it really is just kind of pure green space. Of course there is some landscaping, some beautiful camellias and beautiful azaleas that come out. We have some of our signature live oak trees, which is always just a pleasure to be under and be around and see the wildlife that live here. Of course, draped with beautiful Spanish moss, as you can see, our gorgeous southern setting. We also have a huge magnolia tree, which I'm walking towards, I'll show you in a moment, and some roses that are really pretty, and there's a tribute to peace here, which I'll also show you. I have seen red hawks here, and what else? Lots of other birds. Cardinals are always around, always a pleasure to see them. And I think we actually have some roses blooming. What a little treat. So here's one of these gorgeous magnolias, but the one behind me back there is just quite a specimen. So let's see. Our Peace Rose Garden. Dedication to peace. It's really important to find little pockets of nature where you live and just find ways to enjoy nature, not something you have to plan for and pack for and make a whole excursion out of, but just something you can enjoy for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour. So the roses are blooming and they are just gorgeous. Some yellow roses, just really pretty. Tallahassee, we love our roses, and a lot of beautiful flowers grow here. We have a long legacy of gardening in this city. Just another reason why I love Tallahassee. So you can hear some birds now. If I had to ID those on the spot, I would say I definitely hear a wren. I'm still honing my skills. So here's this wonderful, wonderful magnolia tree. My favorite in the city. If I had to categorize all my favorite magnolia trees in Tallahassee, this one would be #1. So just look at how short and wide it is. And it's really great if you are like me and you love to climb a tree. So this is how I spend a lot of days at the office, just getting outside, getting away from the computer, getting out of the AC, and just breathing in the air and sharing it with my fellow Tallahasseans. And I'm glad that I could share it with you today. So have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Carson. Those are some beautiful trees. You're right. Going outside doesn't have to be a big excursion. It can be as simple as grabbing your mask, throwing on some walking shoes, and following the sidewalk to wherever it takes you, which is probably what I'll be doing later. Conservation voters are united in our love for the great outdoors. Thank you for joining us as we shared our favorite places, and thank you all for what you do to protect our land and water.